is the California EDD unemployment Q&A, mostly for the state of California. A couple of really good things that I do want to address. Michael, who often assists Jenny Silver, brought up a really good point about what if we shut down again due to this new variant? What would happen to unemployment? Would benefits be available? So I want to talk about that. And a couple of things would need to happen in order for benefits to be available. There would need to be a program reinstated for PUA unemployment benefits for people who are self-employed, because that program completely expired. So there would need to be some legislation, and I don't know. I feel like California would have to do something for us. I think it would be hard to get pushed through on a federal level. So a lot of gig workers, self-employed individuals would potentially have trouble getting benefits reinstated. The other group of people that would have trouble getting benefits reinstated are people who are still not at the end of their benefit year. So if we were to shut down again, and the government does not seem to want that, right? They just don't. They're trying to avoid that at all cost, possibly because businesses were really hurt by that, and they didn't think they could survive. A lot of businesses barely made it through. A lot of businesses did permanently shut down. So they're really wanting to avoid that again. And that's understandable. I understand that component. I also understand the component of wanting to keep your family safe and people being nervous about being open. Uh, but yeah, unemployment benefits would be a challenge. And even though I don't think anything would pass federally, I do think California would do something, but it's not just like the government doesn't work like Gavin Newsom just decides to do something and then puts it into place. Um, he would need to pass some legislation, and I'm not sure even how much money or how much funding would be available for that without help from the federal government. So I'm hoping that things get better. You know, I'm hoping things get better. That's really all I can say on that. I would like to also say on Golden State stimulus, I had one of my viewers tell me that they had really given up on getting their Golden State stimulus, and they got it in the mail today. So she wanted me to share with everybody that checks are still going out, and they're still going to be mailed through January 11th, so don't worry. Dave wants to know, is it possible to, oops, sorry, I'm doing this from my phone tonight because my internet went out. Guess I also learned a lesson that I think it was taking a phone call, cut me off of the live. So is it possible? Oh, shoot. Is it possible for me to learn how to use my phone? Is it possible to apply for unemployment after an elapsed time? Yes, but you also need your benefit year also needs to be over. So for example, I was just sharing a story on the first live before it dropped off that one of my coworkers actually got approved for a new claim and was put on a new claim in March of 2021. She should have been kept on the extension, but because she qualified for a whole new claim, they didn't send her a deferred new claim payment letter. They just started her new claim. And so me and all my coworkers got furloughed on March 15th. So her benefit year ended. It usually ends about 3 days before your benefit year. So her benefits ended on March 12th, and that's when she filed for a new claim. Now, even though her claim balance is zero, as things are right now, she won't be able to even try to file a new claim until March of 2022, unless, our government stepped in and made some changes that way. So you can file a new claim once your benefit year is over. You won't be approved unless you have enough wages and you're tied to the workforce again. So you need to have done some work since filing your original claim, and your benefit year needs to be over, and you need to have earned $1,300 in your highest earnings quarter. Okay, Sylvia said, my unemployment finished this month. I collected only 6 months. Can I apply again to see if I qualify? So, again, your benefit year probably isn't over yet. So, you won't be able to try and file a new claim until your benefit year is over, unfortunately. Sorry, I'm doing this from my cell phone tonight. So, to see the comments, I have to like touch the phone, which then shakes the image. Oh, also I put my glasses on. Okay, what to do if you do not have the contact info from the place that could not hire you because it had to close. This is ridiculous. If they did that from the beginning, it would be possible. Okay, so a couple things on that. You're going to want to fill out the affidavit real quick. To do an affidavit, you want to title it. For example, affidavit of employment offer, affidavit of your name. My name would be Shelly's Millions. Step 2, craft a statement of identity. My name is Shelly's Millions. You'll use your name. I am 44. I reside at Millionaires Lane in Los Angeles, California. Step 3, write a statement of truth. I, Shelly's Millions, had a job offer. Oh, no, sorry, that's not the statement of truth. The statement of truth is I, Shelly's Millions, swear this information is truthful to the best of my knowledge. Step 4 is to state the facts. I, Shelly's Millions, had a job offer with Domino's Pizza on such and such a street. But due to the pandemic, that location permanently closed. The job offer was made to me verbally. I don't have any emails or anything from that employer, but I was supposed to start March 1st and they shut down February 28th. Whatever the details are for your work order, you would want to do that. You're welcome, Dave. Then so just a real short explanation of the facts, right? You don't need to get into a lot of detail, but you do want to say where the job was with, when you were supposed to start, if you know when they closed, and as many details as you have. If you do have any text or emails from that employer, like I know for the movie theater, we send out a welcome packet. It tells them like all the legal information. It says like, please bring your direct deposit on your first day. Please bring 2 forms of ID. If you have any emails from them that could back up your affidavit, you could include that, or any text like, see you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Hopefully you don't have to work at 5 a.m. Step 5 on filling out that affidavit is reiterate the statement of truth. So that's the I, Shelly's Millions, again, swear that this statement is true to the best of my knowledge. Then you're going to sign it. So that's what you're going to have to do if the business closed. I do want to say that one of the reasons why they didn't ask for this in advance is because they wanted to hurry up and get the money out to people so that you'd be able to pay your bills. There was no real easy way for not our government officials, not the unemployment offices. It didn't go smoothly in any state that I know of. All the states had trouble with this, figuring out how to do it, paying people correctly, getting the payments out in a timely fashion, putting the computer programming into place. Like, it just, it wasn't ready to go for the number of people who all got laid off at exactly the same time. So, what I've said in some of my other streams is, would you have wanted them to collect this information at the start of things, but make you wait like 6 months before getting your money? And I don't think anybody would have wanted that trade-off. You would have been like, no, I need to feed my family right now. I need to pay my rent right now. I need to pay my car payment right now. Because it would have taken a long time to verify this. And instead, California said, we're going to trust the residents. We're going to trust that the people are being truthful, and we're going to go ahead and pay them and deal with this later. And I think that was the right decision. I know everybody just wants to be done with all this unemployment stuff right now, and I get that too, but it wasn't possible. Okay, so I'm scrolling back up. Thank you for let's get it started again. Wishing me a Merry Christmas, wishing everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Hi Annie. Thank you everyone. Okay. So Dave, oops, shoot, I didn't see your question that you're asking. William, oh, no, don't scroll like that, Shelley, because then people can't see. Oops, dang it. William says, do I think that they'll disqualify you if you only worked 2 weeks before you filed your PUA in 2020? Absolutely not. They should not disqualify you. If they do, that's an error. So PUA unemployment was for exactly that kind of situation. Like, it was for even people who had job offers and then they weren't able to fulfill the job offers because the businesses had to close. It's quite possible that a college student would have a job offer. They graduate college, they interview for a position. Okay, you're going to start April 1st. And then college student thinks, woohoo, I'm going to go to Europe and party, and then get stuck in Europe maybe because they can't get back during all of this. I don't know. But so PUA was even for people who had a job offer that then couldn't start. And it was absolutely for people who had just entered the workforce and only had a couple of weeks of work history. So they didn't have enough wages to qualify for a traditional claim. So it doesn't matter how many weeks, it doesn't matter if someone paid you $1. If you had a job, they should accept that if you can prove that you worked for those 2 weeks. I want to follow up by saying that if it goes to disqualified, this is happening a lot, guys. If it goes to disqualified, you want to call the EDD and ask for, well, you don't want to call the EDD. Nobody wants to call the EDD, but you're going to need to call the EDD and say, hey, I sent you my W-2s for the 2 weeks that I did work, or my pay stubs for those 2 weeks that I did work. And I believe that I'm eligible for unemployment benefits, but it switched to disqualified. A tier 2 rep should be able to switch that so that it's correct. And if you don't get one that can help you on the first day you call, I do recommend calling a second time. Okay, what other questions do we have here? Any remote job leads? So you guys actually might be able to try Claimer. I don't know if they're still hiring, but they were hiring customer service representatives. They were paying $25 an hour. So perhaps if you can do customer service for Claimer, Claimer's the EDD phone dialing service. They might be able to help you with that. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Be nice, be respectful on the, how do I'm gonna have to, put user in timeout. I've put you in timeout for being naughty. Okay, you're definitely on the naughty list. Okay, so I would contact Claimer and see if they still have any remote positions available, because that might be a good option. I really like the CEO, Thomas. I know it's kind of cringy that they created this service where you have to pay to call the EDD, but I really think it was something that we needed. Like, I had a cell phone almost die and overheat because I couldn't get through to the EDD. It took over 3 hours of nonstop dialing. So I like him. He seems like a nice guy. I think his intentions were good when he started it. He wanted to help people get through to the EDD. He mentioned that he was unemployed and he was frustrated. So he started this service, and I think it really helped a lot of people get through, even though it's frustrating. And I myself was talking with them about potentially working for them, but um I didn't end up working with them, but it's because I love the movie theater and I wanted to like keep doing my channel. Stacey, I don't think we're going to shut down. If we did, right now, there would be no program though in place for PUA gig economy workers to get benefits because that program ended. And a lot of people who are still in their original benefit year, even if they had a new claim, if their benefit year hasn't ended, even if their claim balance is zero, they may not be able to draw down benefits. So we would be relying on either the federal government to do something, which is pretty unlikely, or we'd be relying on Gavin Newsom to try and pass some legislature in order to do it. Yeah. So Claimer, they're the EDD dialing service. They might have some work from home opportunities. Someone was asking me if I had any leads um, on work from home opportunities, remote work opportunities. Claimer, Claimyr. That's how they spell it. They're also going to be moving into the space of, or they have moved into the space of helping people call the IRS. So that was another reason why, Stacey, I'll answer about the reapplying in one moment. That was one of the reasons why I didn't go work for them, because at the time I was like, well, what are you going to do after September 9th? Like, people aren't going to need to call the EDD anymore. So, hey guys, what's your business plan? And I told them, I was like, I think you guys should get into calling the IRS. And they was like, no, Shelly, like, EDD wasn't answering calls well before the pandemic. We think that's going to generate enough business. And I was like, I'm not sure. But now that Claimer is helping people dial the IRS as well, I think there's going to be a never-ending need for their service. I think they've got a good business model now that they've added the IRS to list of places that they call. So I think they'd be a good company. They were hiring remote positions starting at $25 an hour. So check with Claimer, see if they're still hiring customer service reps, because I feel like $25 an hour for work from home is pretty good. Johnny says my channel would get bigger if I was on lockdown. That is true. That is true. I have been really struggling to make videos lately, so I want to do that for you guys. Jacqueline, I haven't forgotten that I'm going to answer your question. Jacqueline says she's going to start working tomorrow, but she still has a pending payment. Do I have to report to EDD right away that I will start working? No, what you're going to want to do, you're just going to certify on your regular date like normal, and then you'll report any hours that you worked during the week that you worked them. Okay. SC, or yeah, Claimer, CLAIMYR is how they spell it. Okay, Stacey, how do I know if I can reapply? So when you log on to your UI Online homepage, you're going to want to look at, there's going to be a start date and an end date of your claim. If your end date from your claim has already passed, then you would be able to reapply. If, for example, your end date says July of 2022, then you wouldn't be able to file a new unemployment claim until July of 2022. So for a lot of people whose claim balances are just now running out, reaching zero, they're not going to qualify for a new claim. Okay, dang it. Hi Mary. Thank you so much. Okay, Steady as She Grows says, I'm 6 months into my regular claim and ran out of funds. Is that really it? Am I done? It doesn't renew. Yes, unfortunately, that's correct. Generally, when businesses are open and things are operating as normal, unemployment, you get a benefit year, but the benefits aren't designed to last a whole year. They really want you to re-enter the workforce. So the benefits only pay out at the maximum benefit level for 26 weeks, which is 6 months, half a year. And then you're not eligible to collect unemployment benefits again until your benefit year is over. And even then, even once your benefit year is over, in order to qualify for a whole new claim, you would need to have some attachment to the workforce. So you would have needed to go back to work for a W-2 employer since filing your original claim. And you would need to have made at least $1,300 in your highest earnings quarter. Uh-oh. Vi, I forgot you in the line. Your question is, can you amend your 2019 tax for $1,000 cash 2019 but forgot to report? Should it be okay to submit to the EDD? Oh, hi, Kimora. Thank you. And so, Vi, it's up to you if you want to amend your taxes. That's submitting tax returns to the EDD is certainly the preferable method, right? But everyone's personal situation is different. And while reporting that $1,000 to the IRS is the correct thing to do, and could possibly help you with your EDD claim, keep in mind it can cause it can just cause other things to happen, like it just depends. Like some people, like my mom has she gets Social Security and she gets a VA pension. So that would lower those things and it can complicate things. But yes, technically it's the right thing to do to go ahead and amend your taxes. And then that is a preferred document to submit to the EDD. Okay, hi Stacy. Kumar, thank you so much for saying you're a big fan and leaving the cute little emojis. I'm struggling tonight. My internet is not working, so I'm streaming from my phone, and my connection went out once. Yadi Yadi says, I still have a balance, but it doesn't let me renew and certify at all. When will I get that balance? So that's the flip side of that coin too. If you didn't qualify for a new unemployment claim, even if you had a claim balance when the extensions ended, for some people it was September 4th. A few people got it extended one additional week, September 11th. But after that, if your claim said on extension, if your last payments were under PEUC, in extension tier 2 augmentation, or if your payments were under Fed Ed for that very last week of payments, or PUA, which oftentimes says DUA, which stood for Disaster Unemployment Assistance. All of those programs expired those weeks. So even if you had a claim balance, those are no longer payable, unfortunately. So yeah, even some people, especially people who qualified for that one extra week and were paid the 1 week under Fed Ed, they saw their balances increase, sometimes for up to 20 weeks of payments, but you could only access 1 week of benefits. So after that, when those programs expired, unless you qualified for an entirely new claim, even if you had a balance, you're no longer able to access those funds. Hi, T baby. Stacy, it says 5/24 of 20 to through on extension. So yes, Stacy, you could apply because your original claim started in 2020. Your benefit year has come and gone. So it would be worth applying. Now, technically, in order to qualify for a new claim, you do need to show some attachment to going back to the workforce. You also need to have earned at least $1,300 in your highest earnings quarter. But yeah, in your situation, oh, also, if you were let go from your job or your hours were reduced, it's supposed to be no fault of your own. Now, with that said, if your employer let you go, it's also still worth applying and seeing if you've met the earnings requirements, because it's something like 92 or 97% of the cases, even if your employer let you go, most of the time the EDD actually does side with the employees. Hi, Mary. Mary's reminding everybody to like the video, and I hope everybody's getting ready to have a safe and happy holiday season. And Vi, you're welcome. VY. I might not be saying your name right, but I hope I am. WC1A. My girlfriend has not received anything from EDD regarding the documents upload yet. No text, letter, or email. Wondering why. So that could be a good sign. Has she logged on and do her pay? Remember, they're going through 1 million of these. So that is a lot. There's a lot of people who still haven't submitted their documents. Maybe some are easier to understand than others. Even though some people are starting to find out if they were approved or denied. If you're approved, you're going to get a little letter. It's pretty short that says you were approved. If you were not approved, how people are finding out is they're seeing their 2021 payments have a status of disqualified. So log onto your UI Online homepage and see if your payments say if they're disqualified or not. Okay, Mary's leaving Christmas emojis. SC says, do I know the number you would call for state disability? You've had no luck getting in touch with them. Your claim has been pending for 2 months and the assembly member is having no luck. Unfortunately, I was just going to say to reach out to your assembly member. I can pass it on to claimer that maybe like they need to also get into calling the disability line. Someone also asked me, does state disability work the same? And no, not entirely. That unfortunately that is like a different number. Yada yada, I'll answer that in 1 second. So if the assembly member is stuck and they're not answering your calls, unfortunately, I don't have any other great tips for getting through to state disability. The only other things you could potentially try is if you did have an unemployment claim, you could try using, even though it's not unemployment, you could try using the drop down feature and using Ask EDD or the Contact Us section from that. But again, they were never very reliable using those methods to begin with, even when it was about unemployment. So I don't have a lot of hope for either of those methods, but they're worth trying. And I'm so sorry that your assembly member is getting nowhere. Yada Yada says, any hope on extensions in California? No. And actually now there's problems in Congress. They're thinking that maybe the child tax credits that have been going out might not be extended for 2022. That is something that they were planning on putting in the Build Back Better plan, but Joe Manchin is not wanting to sign it, and so they don't think that they're going to get that. They don't know if they're going to get that passed either, so that could be going away. And there's a lot of speculation that those child tax care credits are what's been keeping people afloat in the midst of all of this. So you're welcome. Yeah, so usually on most websites, you're going to scroll down to the bottom of them and see if there's like work opportunities. I know that they do like community posts, so maybe find the community post. I'm going to see if I can, oh, my internet's not working. I was just going to be like, oh, I'm going to look it up online. I'm not going to look up anything. Oh, is my internet coming back? It's trying. Let's see here. Let's see if I can go to Claimer myself. Nope, no internet. FML, you guys. SC, you've done that too. You've asked. I'm so sorry. I wish that I did have a way to get through. You know, I wish that I had other tools for you guys besides the ones that are just like regurgitated. And I don't understand why it's so hard to get through. Well, they're understaffed and the budgeting's not approved. Oh, you guys, it's the cat that I adopted. And I have my phone. Oh my God, my house is so dirty, but I'm going to show you anyway. Look, it's the cat. Can you see it? I don't know. It's my dirty. There's the couch that I film on that's super dirty right now. Because I still haven't really put things back from when I slept on that couch when my mom was here for Thanksgiving. That's how long it's been since I filmed a real video, like almost a month. Yeah, so let me know what other questions you guys have about unemployment or, yeah, how's the sound on this, guys? If you can, like the video. I get shocked on the cat right now. I have a feeling the cat's going to come visit in a second. Hi, everyone. Oh, you can hear me now. Was I not? I'm streaming from my phone, which I don't normally do because the internet's down. So I'm like using my 5G, thank goodness for unlimited data. So AT&T coming through there, but I also have my internet through AT&T and they are failing me there. Where's this cat? I feel like I have a rolling office chair. Oh yeah, his tail of course is right under the chair. Like, of course. Cat, that is definitely not a good idea. The P.S. This would be what it would be like if I was streaming some other content. Oh, Black Barbie, you were fired and your claim balance is 0 and your benefit year ends in 2022. There's not a way to file a new claim until your benefit year is over. I'm so sorry. And you've been with the channel for so long. Like, I don't like your boss that let you go. Right before right before Christmas, like seriously, like what a Grinch. And I thought businesses needed people. So I'm really sorry that that happened to you. And unfortunately though, there's not a way right now to get benefits before your benefit year expires. And when I say right now, I mean because somebody was asking like what if we shut down again? And even then there's no guarantee that benefits would be reinstated or that that they would let people file again before their benefit years are over. But potentially the government could step in and do something if we shut down again. But I have to admit, as much as I would love to be home and making more videos, I want people to be safe, but I'm worried for what it would do to the economy. Edward, thank you for giving the support for better opportunities. And Black Barbie, I don't know if you were in here. I don't know if they're still hiring, but Claimer, the people that call the unemployment office for you guys, for the EDD, they're also starting to get into calling the IRS for people. So I do think their business model is sustainable. And a little while ago, they might not still be hiring, but I kind of feel like I feel like they will be again soon because people are going to start needing to call the IRS. And once that happens, what is this cat getting into? Once that happens, a lot more people are going to be using their services, and they're going to need more customer service representatives. And if they're still hiring, they said that it was going to pay $25 an hour remotely. Guys, I'm a salaried manager, right? And I love my job and I love YouTube, but $25 an hour is literally almost how much I make on salary. I feel like salary by law, it has to be double minimum wage to be a salaried position. So that's $30 an hour. I don't feel like I make much more than $30 an hour. And I feel like being a claimer customer service rep, like might be worth like one, not having to commute to work. And two, like I do like the CEO, Thomas. He's like, I really think he's a good guy. And I feel like it might be less, customer service is stressful even if you're doing it remotely, but it might be like less stressful than doing it in person. I'm just saying. So yeah. Okay, what is this? Oh, this cat is not where he's supposed to be. Yada Yada says everything is so expensive and hard here in California and people can't get extensions. Yep. Aw, Black Barbie. Oh, thank you so much. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Thank you. And Jenny Silver and I are friends, so feel free to and we're going to be working on a collaboration again soon. Feel free to subscribe to her channel. Oh, look, here she is. Black Barbie was just saying she's the only I'm the only EDD channel that she's subscribed to, but I'm saying that we're friends and I don't mind if she's subscribed to your channel. I'm streaming from my phone tonight because guys, my roof is leaking. Well, in my like garage where my roommate like works from home. So my garage roof is leaking. I ran over something on my way home the other day, and like my car is running weird. What else is the internet's not working at my house, and so here I am streaming from my phone. I actually don't mind the view, but I don't know if my sound is bad because I sound the same no matter what. We were hypothesizing, Jenny, what might happen, and I don't like to speculate, right? But people are worried. I just spit a little bit. People are worried that with this new variant that things might shut down again and what would happen then. And I'm nervous because the unemployment benefits don't exist right now for people who are self-employed. That all expired. And there's an awful lot of people. Black Barbie was just telling me her claim balance is 0 and her benefit year doesn't end until, I think she said June of 2022. So people technically can't apply again until their benefit year is over. So the government would have to step in and do something. And on the federal level, there's not a lot of support. I hate to be dismal, like right before Christmas, but that's what people seem to want to know. So yeah, they would have to step in. I don't know what my mom and I are doing for the holidays. There are requests for us to do a live. I would need to go pick her up. I'm thinking maybe I could do that Wednesday. Also, guys, I was just boo-hooing to my roommate. I was like, I don't you guys know that sometimes people are like, you should do a dating channel. I was just boo-hooing. I was like, and there's no one home and I don't know how to call a roofer. I mean, I know how to call a roofer. Like, you get on Yelp and you find one. Actually, who cares if they have bad reviews? Actually, the roofer that re-roofed my house when I bought it, um, we'll see about doing a live. I 100% work on Christmas Day. I definitely work on Christmas Day, but I did kind of, the reason why I stream on Thanksgiving is not necessarily to talk about EDD. It's just to make sure that you guys aren't like home alone and like lonely and by yourselves. So I gotta check what time I work on Christmas Day. I gotta see if my mom is available to do it. You guys love when she hops in. Um, she's so cute. I never shared this. So on Thanksgiving, my mom and I streamed. Like, that's the thing. That's like the tradition we do now. And she didn't, right? She has false teeth. She didn't put them in to eat Thanksgiving dinner. And then after I streamed, I was like, "Wait, mom, are you are you wearing your teeth?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Why did you put them in after Thanksgiving?" And she's so cute. She's like, "Because the first year you told me that I was sucking," like she does this weird like gum sucking thing. And she's like, "You told me that I was sucking my gums." And so my mom, guys, she put in her, she doesn't like to wear them. She says they're uncomfortable. She put in her teeth so she wouldn't be doing weird things with her mouth when we streamed. And then also I feel like a terrible daughter for pointing that out to her. But like, that's so cute. Like, I love her so much. Yeah, she's so sweet. We'll try. I'll try and like coordinate her with her. And also it would be good if she was staying with me, because then if I had to go to work, I wouldn't have to ask time to try and meet the roofer or meet the Wi-Fi repair people. I don't, why is that? But let me just say, I do sometimes think that things come in threes. So I've got the leaky roof, I've got the thing I ran over in the middle of the road the other day, and I've got my internet not working. So I should be done with bad luck for like at least until the new year. Let's see if I've got any questions. See, here's the weird thing too with streaming on my phone. To get to the questions, you have to like scroll, and now I've got low battery. And it's odd. Okay, Stacy says, I just want to see if I can reapply, and said that according to their record, I did not earn income. If I disagree, it said to reapply. So it might be the period that they're looking in also. Right now, the regular base period, I can't bring up my charts or anything to even like show you guys on my cell phone. I should print that out. I'm like, do I have a printout of that? Anyway, I just looked yesterday, and the standard base period that they're going off of is July of 2020 through June of 2021. And then the alternate base period actually would be, I can't remember the start date, but the end date of even the alternate base period, if you apply for benefits this month, is September of 2021. So one of my viewers from yesterday's stream, she has gone back to work and she earned $1,300, but even in the alternate base period, they're only looking, the latest month that they're looking at is September of 2021. Okay, Stacy. Oh, Jenny, my cat is like wrecking havoc in the kitchen right now. But it made an appearance. Jenny Silver actually said that she's going to rest a little bit. Oh, thank you. See, that's nice too. Like, my mom is like she'll be the mom to everybody. She'll be the mom to that momless. She's that kind of person. Like, she just loves everyone. And it's nice to have her on and like to be there for people. Guys, my phone is at 10%, so I may not even be able to do all of this live. Let me try and find the rest of your questions, Stacy. Stacy, actually, if you could ask it again, you're also saying that when you try to reapply, it says that if you have something that has not been reported or anything, can I reapply by phone or paper? I would do it by phone. That way they can kind of guide you through the process. And again, it might be that most of your earnings occurred from like the end of September, October, November, and December. And that during, if since even the alternate base period stops right now in the month ending September, there might not be $1,300 in wages prior to September in your highest earnings quarter. Now, once January rolls around, when January rolls around, that's when the alternate base period will cover January of 2021 through December of 2021. So if you wait until January to try and reapply, it's possible that the system will have all the wages in there. And in the meantime, go ahead and call. Yeah, you'll be on Christmas. Yeah. What are they getting? Are they getting a copy of your book? Guys, I meant to do a giveaway of Jenny Silver's book. I had thought it was going to be a Christmas one. I want to actually, they're still in the package. Your book has arrived. You guys, anybody that doesn't know, Jenny Silver wrote a children's book. And I think that that's so super awesome. Mine arrived. I bought them on Black Friday from Barnes & Noble because Barnes & Noble was giving 15% off. I don't think I have a description in this video, but in yesterday's I definitely have a link to her book. Someone asked if it was on the EDD. It is not on the EDD. That would be a very dull topic and a sad topic. But it's a children's book and the art looks so beautiful. She didn't do the art. She hired an illustrator. Of course, she gives the illustrator full credit. So I haven't actually even seen it, and I bought 3 copies. I'm gonna do a giveaway. It's just not gonna be in time for Christmas, because I gotta be realistic with the roof and the internet and the car and the YouTube, and just work is busy because we have Spider-Man. I'm just not gonna get it in the mail by Christmas. But I do want to do an unboxing video and figure out the logistics of how I'm gonna do a giveaway. And then I also bought a copy for my local library. So children's book, Jenny Silver. It's available on Amazon. So check that out. Okay, let's see here. My phone might die suddenly, and if so, okay, so Jenny's not going to be able to stop in, but my mom's name is Jenny, and I realize that I don't enunciate the difference very well, but my mom is Jenny, Jenny. So I think that's ironic. I also think it's ironic because her real last name is Silver, and I named my channel Millions. So here you got two people talking about unemployment, and it also kind of ties into the money. All right. So I've got several of you in here. My phone is getting hot and it wants to die, and I'm going to go try and figure out why my real internet isn't working. I hope you guys all have a really great holiday, and I hope that we do not shut down again. All right. Thanks so much for watching Shelly's Millions. I will see you next time.